Hello my friends, Dowellzrul here, and welcome back to another deck profile, and today we have my Triple D deck. Now, this is a fun deck that, it was past its prime, for sure, but I feel like after the new Link monster, Gilgamesh, comes out, this deck will get a, I wouldn't say it'll be meta or anything, but I feel like it'll get a considerable boost in power, for sure. Being able to play scales for free on summon is really nice. So without further ado, let's just get right into this deck, and we're going to start things off with 3 Kepler, just pretty standard. It's your searcher for the deck, and it's just really good. Next, we run 3 Copernicus. Foolish Burial on legs is also really good for things like Lamia and Necroslime. Thomas is an instant rank 8, and it helps you loop your Kepler. But it doesn't actually loop it, but you can keep cycling it back every turn. So next is 3 Ragnarok, because this card is nuts. When you summon it, you get a guy back from the grave, and it's just kind of crazy all around. And it facilitates so many plays. Now for the 2-ofs, we have 2 Leonidas, just for some effect damage negation, and it's a decent level 7 monster to run in the deck. Next, I'm also running 2 Savant Nicola. This card is, there are some interesting plays you can do with the card. I would rather show you in, like, a separate video, rather than in the deck profile, so I will probably be doing that, but yeah, there are some interesting combos you could do with Nicola, so, he's also a scale 8, that's why he's in here. Newton, he is mostly here for the scale, but if I ever need something back from the graveyard really badly, like I ran out of, gates, then I can always discard him and bring him back, so. Now for the not Pendulum monsters, I'm running 2 Lamia. This is just a really good card all around, and it's the best tuner monster in the deck. But she is not the only tuner monster I'm playing. I'm also running 2 Deity Ghost, and something to note about Ghost is neither of its effects are hard ones per turn. So if you send Ghost to the graveyard, use his effect to send a copy of a card to the graveyard, then you send another Ghost to the graveyard, you can do that effect again. So he is just really good, and he is a decent level 2 tuner monster, which level 2 is actually kind of, it's an interesting one to work with, and it makes your 8s into a 10 instantly, so it's really, really useful. I'm also running 1 Night Howl. I just figured that I don't have too many normal summons in the deck outside of Kepler, and that's really it, just Kepler, so Night Howl, I figured, would be a good addition to the deck. As a level 3 tuner, it can go from 7 to 10 as well. Next, for the non-tuners, we're running 2 Necroslime, just for graveyard plays. 2 Swirl Slime. You could potentially run 3 Swirl Slime. I just like the 2. So. And I'm also running 1 Baphomet. This is just really good for Xyz plays and stuff like that, so really good for setting up Xyz and Synchro plays. Alright, and that is it for the monster cards. Now for the spells, we're starting things off with 3 Allure of Darkness, because everything in the deck is dark. We have 3 Dark Contract with the Kate. Kepler can search it, and it searches any DD monster from your deck, so. Also running 2 copies of Dark Contract with the Swamp King. This would be your fusion spell for the deck, and it's really, really good. 1 Forbidden Dark Contract with the Swamp King. This is just another copy of Swamp King that does some extra stuff. Because it lets you special summon a Triple D from your hand in defense, but its effects negated, so it does some extra stuff. Next, for the 1-ofs, I'm running Monster Reborn, 1 for 1, and Foolish Burial. Just all really solid cards for the deck. Now for the extra deck, we are running 1 Flame King Genghis, 1 Oracle King Dark, 1 High King Genghis, 1 Dragon Bane King Beowulf, 1 Gust King Alexander, 1 Cursed King Siegfried, 1 High King Alexander, 1 Super Doom King Bright Armageddon. Now, this card is really good because it says your opponent cannot target monsters you control with card effects, and it's all monsters you control. And if your opponent were to summon a a Pendulum monster against you, like a Morphage Goliath, you could just use Bright Armageddon, target the opponent's Pendulum monster, and then nuke their board. So, that is really useful, and it's got a 3,500 body, so... Now for the Xyz monsters, we got 1 Wave King Caesar, 1 Marksman King Tell, 1 High King Caesar, 1 Kali Yuga, and for the Link monsters, 1 Master King Archfiend, and this card, once Gilgamesh comes out, I'm going to put Gilgamesh in here over the Archfiend, but Archfiend is just a really good generic Fiend Link monster. You could also run, like, Lampharincus in here, or a second, so, yeah. Next, I'm also running Electromite, because it's a Pendulum deck, and I'm running Zephyr Metaltron for more Linked Arrows. And that is my Triple D deck. So, be sure to let me know down in the comments what you thought of the deck. Like, subscribe, ring that bell, all that wonderful YouTube stuff. And, just let me know what you thought of the deck, and what you would change in the deck, what you like, what you don't like, and... So, I'm going to see you guys next time. Peace.